Hey everybody, welcome to Banter Blitz on ICC. I'm Grandmaster Joel Benjamin. This is our little monthly get-together, and I'll be taking on all comers in Blitz chess, and should be fun. Of course, I'm always a little bit rusty at the beginning, so that's the best time to get me. And last month I experimented with a little bit of a theme in my play, and I think I'm going to try one today and see how it works, but I'm not going to say it right away. We'll see if people can pick up on it as the games get going. So in just a few moments, we'll have the first game, and we'll see how it goes. Here in New Jersey, the weather is just starting to get a little bit cooler. Fall is showing its head. Baseball season coming to an end, football season starting up. My son is back to school. All kinds of good things. New Jersey knockouts are on the move in the U.S. Chess League, seen here on ICC. And banter in the house. So, let's see. Raster says, I predict the theme is that you win. Okay. Well, I'm always going to try to win. Always going to try to win. But it's not the most important thing in the world, banter. It's important that everybody has a good time. And while I have pride in my play, I also come into these sessions without ego. You know, if I lose a game, it's all in good fun. Okay, so let's see. I don't see anything popping up. I hope I'm not doing anything wrong, which is entirely possible. I'm not all that tech savvy. People may think I'm a tech guy because I worked for IBM, you know, on a chess computer, but I have a history degree. I don't have a real technical background. My wife works in computers. I ask her to do everything for me. And I'm still just getting used to all the changes like most old people. So, okay. I think we're about to get going. All right, start challenging me. By the way, I have nothing to do with whether you get to play or not. The game just pops up for me, and this is Pathfinder 7. Good old USA is first up. So it starts out like in English, looks like a Slav, but it might be a Caro-Kann. So black can take the pawn, or he can play knight f6. Probably better to play knight f6. Some players might take the pawn because they're afraid they won't get it back, but if you give me some tempi on the queen to start off with, I'm pretty happy. That's like it's like a c3 Sicilian, except that, you know, I got the c3 square from my knight instead of having a pawn sitting there. I got the square right away, and I think that's usually going to be nice for white. So black has many options. Knight c6, e6, the usual e6, and bishop c4. This is the move that gives this move order independent significance. If d4, it would transpose to a standard position out of the Panov attack or the Panov-Botvinnik attack in the Caro-Kann. Okay, so He takes it. And so we never really get to experience a standard isolated pawn position because it becomes a hanging pawn's position almost right away. And the hanging pawns approach for black is a bit more effective when white has put the bishop on c4, because here the other diagonal is going to be more effective. And that's a very early b6. He did bring his knight out. I'm actually wondering, even though I don't like it so much with my pawn on c3, I'm kind of wondering what happens if I play d5, trying to get that in before black gets a little bit more coordinated with the bishop on b7. That's worth a try in a blitz game. Worst that can happen is I'll learn something. Drink some of my coffee. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but this is a Joel Benjamin mug, which my mom made for me. Bishop a6. That's the sharp move. I like it. It was one of the best birthday presents she ever got me. Okay, let me make a weak pawn here. Of course, I have a weak pawn on c3. What are you going to do? Can't have everything. All right, let's keep queens on for now. Just try to build some pressure. Put my rooks in the middle, the usual business. Pathfinder is playing very cautiously on the clock, not wanting to make a mistake, which is good on the one hand, but sometimes the players that give me the most trouble are the ones that kind of just let it go and play a little bit more intuitively, because very often the first move that you think of is going to be the best move, and also it doesn't really help to get too far behind on the clock and then start to have to make moves in a little bit of panic mode. That can always be a little difficult. So I think white has a slight edge here. Must have something a little bit more comfortable. Perhaps the position grandmasters draw with black, but not really too concerned about that. Right now I have kind of a threat to take the knight and take the pawn on e6, which he defends, and I'm just going to post this bishop on d4. Prevent any knight from coming d4. Okay, bishop f6, but if he takes that, I take back and I drive the knight away. So I'm just going to go straight rook e1. Also, when you get hit with a quick move and you don't have a lot of time, it's difficult. So I think Pathfinder is going to find that he's running out of time. That's why it doesn't pay to try to play too perfectly. But you never know. You know, there is a increment in these games, and sometimes players can kind of play on it for a long time. Should I just take a pawn, or should I try to kick his queen around a bit? Taking the pawn is boring. I'm going to try to do something a little more interesting. Well, I guess I could probably take it next move, yeah? Would that be terribly boring to take that? Yeah. Terribly boring. All right, I'll just take the pawn. Show some endgame technique, which I'm supposed to be good in the endgame. I wrote a book on it recently, so hope I learned something. Most people usually tell me that I'm good in the endgame. They consider me to be a good endgame player. I don't know that I necessarily, think that way myself, but yeah, Pathfinder ran out of time. That was that took a little bit of the drama out of the game that he was so slow. But he played a pretty decent game. Not bad at all. Diet Coke, 2533. That's a very suspicious rating for Banter Blitz, but okay. Also, he's playing very fast. Yeah, I think this is stuff. This is a tricky line I remember looking at probably a few years ago. And yeah, it's not much fun to have to try to remember it all in a 3-minute game, but I will do my best. I think I remember deciding this was okay. I could be totally remembering things wrong, but it would not be the first time that such a thing has happened. Yeah, Diet Coke is out to get me. And he's thinking now, maybe trying to remember some things too. So he's going to move the knight or take on g7. Knight b5 right away, yeah. Still has his bishop b6 idea to try to cause problems for me. And okay, so I'm going to do, I don't really like to spend too much time in these situations. I'm just going to do that move. Hope it's not a terrible blunder. Just to try to get out of the way of any kind of bishop b6 kind of thing. Yeah, okay, well, clearly I'm going to take this. Yeah. Okay, but now I should be getting some pretty good compensation for the exchange, though. Let me first zoom in there. Bishop takes c6. I can take with the b pawn. I actually hadn't thought about that, but it's covered, fortunately. Sometimes you know these things intuitively without actually thinking about them. So I guess that's what I'm going to say about that. But usually black starts getting a pawn or two and can get stuff in the center. But of course, if he gets the castle queenside, that could be annoying. So I prefer not for that to happen. All right, I'm just going to take another pawn, I guess. When in doubt, just might as well take another pawn and maybe trade queens, because I have quite a lot of pawns in the center. Quite a lot of pawns in the center that really should have some kind of impact here. Okay. It's attacking my queen again. All right. Let's just put that in the center. And I think I have a pretty good idea here. Yeah. But what happens now? Can I try to get on this long diagonal? What happens with that? I don't know if it was better to play that or f5, if it made any difference, but I didn't want to spend a lot of time figuring it out. And he might be able to thwart this plan. Because if I get to set up that threat, that's going to be pretty strong. Maybe I should have just moved my bishop. Oh, okay, so he's done that. It looks like, okay, it looks like we're going to have well, I could just trade it directly. All right, I'll go F5. Well, he's taking up a lot of time, so I'm going to try to use that as a factor. How many I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I got 7, 3, 2 pawns. Don't have the bishop pair, but what are you going to do? D5. Yeah, I think I can do that. I have to be a little careful I don't hang something in the center, but I am pretty well protected there. Okay, let's get that bishop out. And looks like we got everything protected in the center. Okay, you want to take that, you can have that. You got to give up your bishop. Okay. Let's see if I can bother him on the B file if he takes it. I don't know if it's even worth it, but he's very low on time, it seems. C5. Let's see if that does anything. Okay, so he gave back the exchange. Oh, I didn't have to take that. Yeah, I probably was the right thing to do. Okay, so now we got this position, and this might start getting some blockading going. Not just yet. I just got hit with that extremely annoying red light. If there's a way I could turn it off, I certainly want to, because it is not at all helpful. It is like completely distracting. But I do have more time than he does. Uh-oh. Trying to trade. Maybe I should just trade. Let's try to get things rolling. It's very exciting. It's a race against time. It's tricky to decide this stuff with no time. Oh, it's that move. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Oh, man. Brutal. Ugh. Okay. I lost. It was that yeah. It was that red light. I hate that red light. Okay, thank you. Good game, Diet Coke. That was like a crazy problem-like finish there. What happened there? Okay. Who we got? Stormfront coming. Here we go. See, there's a lot of players that like to play the Nimzo Indian or Bogo Indian or Queen's Indian, and they're not really prepared for this move order. You really can't play it this way. You can't play Nimzo Indian like that. If you get this position to E4, you got to play D5 or perhaps C5. Those are really the only moves. And if you don't know that line, you got to learn it because it's something different from, you know, just your ordinary D4 opening. So it looks like Black has moved 2 pieces back, so he's only got E6 in. Yeah. Knight E7. Okay. Let's develop. D5. Okay, let's just bring things out. It's like looks like a French with a few extra tempi. I still can't believe that finish of the last game. Bishop E7 check. I didn't see that coming. Oof. And I couldn't get my king out of the way. That was really, really annoying. Okay, well, this one looks a little bit more promising. Let's just bring some pieces out. Eventually, kingside attack coming. I suppose that H4 would be a thing to do at some point. Well, definitely now it's comes into consideration because I think that bishop on E7 was kind of important defensive piece. It's a good idea often to trade some pieces off if you're under attack, but not so much to defend to trade the pieces that are defending your king at the moment. Good idea to hang on to those. Okay, still, how to break through. You know, I'll just play simple H6, just make some weaknesses in front of the king and just enjoy. All right, let's bring that knight toward the middle. Maybe I should have pinned first. I don't know. That's what I was going to do, and then I changed my mind at the last moment. Yeah, that was not well played on my part. All right, let's go for a confusionary riff, as we used to say in the old days. Usually a move played in a blitz game to just totally make things crazy. Gives Black a little something to think about. So if he takes my bishop, I might just throw in D takes E6 and confuse things like that. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to do. This shouldn't come out too bad for me. Don't think I'm going to lose a piece anyway. I might win a piece. It's possible. Stranger things have happened. Okay, and now to recapture something. And I think I'm going to take that pawn on e6. And that should be good. Queen e7. I think I want the discovered attack, the discovered check. That is what I think I want. Resigns? Well, okay. I think he could have put up some resistance. Stormfront coming, although it was running very low on time, but don't be embarrassed to play on in any position, really. You know, worst that can happen is you can learn. Don't be in a hurry to resign. Get your money's worth. What? It's free to play? Everybody gets their money's worth. Knight c3. All right. So this is Qualm. Qualm. It's kind of a cool name, I think. G3. Okay. Let's throw a little A6. A4. Not really threatening B5, but since now I got, well, I didn't really need to cover bishop B5, I guess, after G3, but it always feels kind of good to have that covered. So, guess he might be thinking, should he play bishop G2 or D4? And does he have to be worried about my D pawn pushing? Bishop G2. D4 or not D4? Well, I don't think it really does that much. I'll just develop. Yeah, there's that. There's that. Let me try C4. This is an idea you see in the Tarish sometimes. This kind of structure with the pawn on C2, on E2 instead. It's kind of a little different thing here. Let's see. Let's see how it works out. Got to make sure I keep D5 defended. Yep. Okay. Yep. Yeah, it's all very logical. He's putting pressure on my center, which is kind of what I would do. And maybe Queen B6 can do something here. I kind of sense that there's some possibility that something could be hanging on the D file, but I'm just going to ignore any of those voices and just play Queen B6, which kind of hangs something on the D file. But it's counterattacking on D5. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a good move or not. But it leads to something. I guess a simple move might have been just H6 to force that trade, and then maybe I could force the knight on E5 to do something after that. I was kind of thinking he might play F4, which is an aggressive move, but maybe a higher risk move than Rook E1. So possibly what I'm doing is not that great here, but don't know. Of course, he can take on D5. He could take on D5 two different ways, so he's got something to think about. Not tremendously obvious which way is bad. Knight takes is maybe more forcing. Yeah. Oh, I think he should have played knight takes d5, and then maybe followed up with knight d7. I think it wasn't good for me. I think that queen b6 was an unsound move. But the problem with knight takes d6 is now I'm still threatening to take stuff, and he didn't get to take stuff. So sometimes you get a situation you can't play it safe. I think there was no safe move, but white couldn't defend that. Well, couldn't defend. I'm not sure that I want to take that pawn on b2, but I think that I do. I don't see my queen getting trapped, so therefore I think I ought to take it. But I think I got away with something a little bit there. Queen b6 was probably an unsound move. But I don't think Quam took advantage, and now he's running out of time also. Yeah, knight f4, okay. Yeah, all right. Maybe I should just move my bishop. I can do that. Yeah, just move my bishop. What's he up to? Yeah, I thought he might be up to that. Well, it's probably actually not that big a deal to get for him to take f6. So I'm actually going to just ignore him and hope he doesn't take it personally. But yeah, okay. And then maybe just try to grab, and maybe trade rook somewhere along the way here. The last time I saw a guy with time like that, he managed to make a million moves and beat me, so I don't want to take anything for granted. Okay, I like the idea of trading some rooks and weakening that back rank. It's a good source of counterplay if he tries to come get me. So, making some kind of Lufthansa. But I think I've got some sneakiness here. Shenanigans. No, but it doesn't help. I still have this. Thank you, Quam. Good game. But knight takes c6. You had to go for it. Knight takes d5. Handshake. He says, yes. Yeah, I think I played a little bit unsound there. What are you going to do? C4. Oh, Tired Dad. He's a regular. I think I played him probably every month. Somehow staying up late enough for the games. E5. This is a thing that people do. If memory serves me correctly, I had this position against Vladimir Kramnik. And he played something like bishop e7, which wasn't very good either. I think black needs to just play d5 there. But I got a very good game against Kramnik. So this is in 1993. I mean, he was only like 17, but he was still ridiculously strong even then. Okay, d6. I'm just going to get all old man here and go for the end game. Actually, it looks like a pawn. I think I got to take it. Yep. Bishop d6. Go here. Maybe I'll get to take more pawns. I've got a plan. And this is my plan. Is that a good plan? Hits his bishop. Maybe I'll get to take another one. Now, tired dad can defend that bishop with the king. Yeah, I don't think I'd worry about it too much. Okay. Big time greed. All right, now I've got enough booty, so I just need to chill out. Oops, almost had a mouse slip there. I might get another pawn. Tired dad's pawn's just not cooperating. Okay, develop a piece. Yeah, let's bring out this guy. Looks like just 2 pawns. Kramnik did get a little bit better position than that. Okay. Well, I don't think I mind too much if he takes that. Don't really need to defend that knight or move it away. Now maybe bishop f3 is a threat. Yeah, when you have 2 extra pawns, you get a lot of squares. Okay, trading, fair enough. Okay, let me utilize the castles rule. Apparently it was legal. Let's see. How shall I take this guy or that guy? I can take that guy. It's a little greedy. Yeah, I'll try. Take the knight just to make things a little more interesting. Yeah. Okay, don't want to get pinned. More greed. More greed. Greed is good. Greed is good. Probably don't really need to be 3 pawns up, but what the heck? It would be yeah, kind of surprising if he's able to get much counterplay here. Just have to avoid a big shot and pocket the point. 95, I think I'll go rook a7. Bishop e5. Okay, very careful. Very careful. Okay, let me attack that one because it doesn't really have any place to go. It's sad. It's sad, but the poor bishop doesn't have any place to go. No place to go. Okay. Anything, right? Let's bring another guy into play. F4 is kind of a useful move. H6. More consolidation. And what next? Maybe rook c7. Or we'll just take on f6, I guess. Can't be too bad. Throw that in there. King G7. Oh, wasn't I attacking the knight? That threw me for a second. I was not expecting King G7. I think, what? Oh yeah, attacking the knight. All right, thanks, Tired Dad. Okay. All right. Next. He's next. Swimwehr. Dodgy. Okay. I know that Dodgy has given me some problems. So the theme is C4 and C5 is the first move. That's the theme, right? Okay. Interesting kind of move order here for Dodgy. Really kind of not using his pawns very much in the center, but there could be a method to the madness. But for now, it looks like I got kind of a nice Grunfeld, if you will. So you want B4. All right. Well, he could have actually just played B4 straight up, but yeah, now I play A5. He can't play B4, so that actually just he could have tried B4 and a bishop B4, knight E5, knight E5, queen A4 check. That's a standard type of tactic in a Benoni structure. So B4. I was thinking about playing E4 against it. Probably would have played E4. Okay, interesting position. But here I'm going to just, I think, maintain my center, so I think I should be pretty happy. It sounds like my wife just came home, maybe playing hooky from work or something. We're just working from home. I mean, somebody's got to work in this family, right? Because this is like hardly working. Sometimes working hard and sometimes hardly working. Okay, I don't know. A4, is A4 a good move or not? Let's assume that it is. Okay, well, I was going to play H6, but hold on to my bishops. Should be a good position for me. But I've lost better positions than this. Okay. I think I can start rolling it back. Let it roll, doom, doo, 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 down the highway, doo, 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 doo. Let it roll, doom, doo, 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 doo. Any BTO fans out there? Anybody old enough to remember Bachman Turner Overdrive? Let it roll down the highway. Okay. Dodgy takes a stand. I don't know if I should take that en passant or not. It's I don't know. No, I think I'll leave it there. Because I don't know what he's going to do about those pawns in the center. Maybe just for me, I just slow play it, you know? Just to say, hey, you can't move anything. Okay, he moved something. But maybe that makes it worse. Can I... no, it's not clear that I can play knight A5. But I could... but rook A5. I think I'm going to try to pocket that pawn on C5 at some point. Seems like a good plan. Probably I could try to do something in the center, but it seems kind of tempting to just leave those pawns there, just take away squares from his pieces. And okay, well, he doesn't want to wait around, so okay. All right. I guess we'll just hold on to that. So he's getting some activity here, yeah, but should not be worth a piece. Where is that going? I don't know. Queen d2. Okay, he's attacking my rook. I see that. I see that. Well, indirectly attacking, threatening bishop takes c6, and then my rook. Okay. All right. Best not to take too much time over it. Okay, it's a check, and I see it. I'm glad he used it up now and not when I was really low on time. Okay, he could be trying to trap my rook, which, well, not really that concerned about. Okay, I'll just move it away. Not that big a deal. Uh-oh. Uh-huh. Okay. Tricky. All right, I got to take it with the bishop. I'd best be taking it with the bishop. Okay. All right, I'm just going to play it safe and just retreat my rook and not give him the F file. I think that's just the prudent thing to do. Yeah, where'd the time go, by the way? Give me back my time. Where does the time go? Bishop b5. He's full of tricks. He's full of tricks. Oh, there's that annoying red thing again. It's very, very distracting. Every time I get down to the red, I start blundering all my pieces. I wish that thing would just go away. It's very, very annoying. It doesn't seem to bother anybody else, though. Just me. Just trying to defend everything. Attack that rook, I don't know. That was my big idea. Put the bishop on the long diagonal. Okay, thank you, Dodgy. You did well there to confuse me with that extra piece. I have to remember not to get down to 20 seconds because that red light just drives me crazy. Just can't think. At least I have the sound off because I've heard that some people get time warning. I can't think of anything that would be worse than being told you're about to lose on time. I can't imagine how that can actually be helpful. All right, I see that there's a lot of people in the queue, and here comes Mate or Die. Let me try queen b6. My buddy Johnny Fed has been playing this lately. Uh-huh. Okay. Interesting. Get back. Check. I've never seen anybody play knight b5 in that position. But, you know, this is the first time for everything. Maybe it's not a bad move. I don't know. Just bring out some pieces. So Mate or Die is playing quite, quite a normal looking game, except for, his knight's in a slightly unusual position, but I guess a knight on d2 instead of a knight on d4. I'll just castle. Okay, so he got my bishop. Fair enough. Now I get my d5 break. f4. That's an unusual reaction because usually when you have to trade the e pawn for the d pawn, you don't want your pawn on f4 because you like to have a duo of pawns up there. But there's always exceptions to the rule. All right, Joel, don't take too much time while you're talking. I don't know if f5 was a threat, but let's just nip that in the bud. So anyway, Mate or Die is certainly a perfectly okay position. Throwing me off with that surprising fifth move. Queen f3. Okay. Let's put some guys in the center. Keep a little eye out for some kind of sneaky f5 move, but I don't think it's likely to work. Let's try to wheel that knight in and see if it does anything. Yeah, knight c4 next maybe. Bishop d4. Well, all right. He wants d5. All right, let's play controversial f5. Back up that bishop. Probably not for too long, but okay. Bishop d3. Can I play knight b3? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Had to hesitate because he's got bishop discoveries. Checking them out. Bishop f5. I think I got that one under control. Knight takes d4. And I'm hitting the rook in the corner, which should be good to eat. So I might win a pawn. I don't know if I can hold this pawn. It's very possible that I cannot hold that pawn. d5. That's very interesting. Okay, I think I got to take this rook. That was kind of the main idea. Whoa! What? Really? Really? Can I? That's not threatening anything, is it? Am I missing something? Oh, okay. Queen d5 something? Should I go there? Oh, boy. I'm running out of time while I'm talking about this. Huh? Okay, let me go here. Takes it. Okay. Don't I have an extra rook here? Uh-huh. Get out of there. Queen's not defended. Mate or die seemed very determined to get some e7 check with great effect, but gave up a little bit too much to set it up. And now, as long as I can keep that red light from going on, I'm good. Okay, thank you, mate or die. He's next. Surely Leon is not going to challenge me to a game. No, well, he's in the queue. It would be fun. I've never seen Sandro play a game. That would be kind of fun. Okay, Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo 1. Does that mean there's another Gran Turismo? It's always possible. PlayStation. Okay. We don't have that stuff. We've got the Wii. When my kids get older, I think we'll have PlayStations and Xbox. I actually had PlayStation. We have a PlayStation 2, like very old. You don't use it anymore. They don't make cartridges for it anymore, but we did get a PlayStation before the kids were born. And I used to play. You know, that was when I had time. Before the Rugrats were running around, and you know, we have to do things like you know, feed them, take them to school and stuff. Okay, well, this should be a nice position for me. I don't know. Let's see about maybe attacking just because. Well, I'm always kind of happy to see reactions like that. I think you gotta kind of try to stand your ground and not move pieces back, but yeah, maybe Gran Turismo will come up with a good regrouping here. I don't know, I'll just sort of get pieces into play. Sometimes when I try to think too much in a blitz game, I just take a lot of time and don't really come up with a great idea. But I got a big space advantage, so I'm just going to kind of sit on things. C6. Well, I think he's afraid he's going to play a knight to D5. I don't think he's ever going to play D5. Ah, okay. But I think I can really target that pawn. So very often, when you have a better position, you can often get a little help from your opponent. You can just make nice moves and increase pressure, and then eventually they try to do something, and they might end up making more weaknesses. So, to get a good position in the open, you don't have to look for a way to kill the guy all the time. Sometimes just make solid moves and let them spoil their position. So I've got pawn up and compensation. Queen C8. All right. Open up my bishop. Start rolling forward with pawns and bishops. Okay. Rook D8. Very good. I think that bishop F5 should tie him up a bit here. I think that should be a useful move. Maybe I'll find some way to finish this in style. Maybe sack a piece for fun. I'm looking to get bishop H7 check in somewhat gratuitously, but okay, so that knight is not exactly pinned, but it doesn't really have any great places to go. Oh, good, F8. All right, I'll go here. Okay. No, I don't suppose I really have a sacrifice here. So, which piece should I keep? Well, I suppose the general rule is you hold on to the bishop, so bishop takes knight is also quite solid. And now a little consolidation. No, you can't have that. You want to trade? No, you can't have that. Not that it would help all that much, but I'm enjoying my bishops. You can't have that. And choke off the D file. You're not defended. Sorry, Gran Turismo. Thank you for the game, Gran Turismo. A little too passive. Does anybody know how to play against C4? It's not D4. It's a little different. Most people are ready to meet E4, D4, but you have to have sometimes a little bit of a plan as to how to meet C4. It's a little different. Okay, so we have an English now. This one is Fearless One. Very good, Fearless One. 97. So what's a good? And I'll just put knight on F3 and not think about it. Oh, he's playing like me. I feel impersonated. Okay. So I feel like I have to play a little bit different. Some positions black can take a knight on c3 like that to weaken the pawns, but I don't think he had his pawns really in the right place for that kind of thing. All right. Maybe I'll just start throwing queenside pawns up and see what happens. Yeah, really kind of strange, like a kind of hippopotamus, but problem for him is that he can't get the queen bishop with my bishop on g2, so he's not really developing anything. So it's kind of cat and mouse. He's a little bit barricaded, but if he doesn't get more space, I think that it's going to be difficult. Okay, so Fearless One makes a break for it. d5. Uh-huh. All right, let's open some things up here. Now d4, I might even be able to take it, and then something like knight d5. But I don't think I'm going to bother with that. I'm not sure that it works. Just going to keep up my pressure here. Although maybe it's not really. Whoa, really? Okay. Now that rook is not defended, I think there will be consequences. That's the first one. But I think that this should lead to something. Open, diagonal. I think he actually, Fearless One, was doing okay there. I don't think he's doing okay now after this, but well, maybe it's still not that bad, come to think of it. Yeah, maybe I should have, actually I was a little afraid of rook b8, but I should have done it without taking on b6, come to think of it, and then he wouldn't have either of those moves. Yeah, because my queen is not defended, so knight c6 is just not possible. That's a bummer. So it didn't really lead to anything. That's so strange. I thought it was so clever, but I did not really get anywhere with that. Yeah, I was a little too casual about that, but if I had done that without a takes b6, then yeah, I think I would have snagged a pawn. All right, so we have to go back to square one here. So Fearless One has managed to get a perfectly okay position with these strange moves. But I'm not one to talk about strange moves, as I like the occasional strange move myself. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. That was really unfortunate. That just did not work out. Okay, I think I better just take this knight. Just get rid of that. But I probably have a worse position. Amazing. Amazing how that happened. Okay. What are you going to do? We'll just have to win ugly. Yeah, not a proud moment, this one. Yeah, okay. All right, well, I've got an idea. I don't know if it's a good idea, but I've got an idea. Whoa. F5. All right. Go for a counterattack. All right, let's trade. All right, you gave up the diagonal. All right, I'm going to go take the diagonal. I don't know if it's worth anything, but I'll take it. Whoa. There's that annoying light again. I just hate that thing. Sandro, turn it off. Oh, did not see that move. Not that it was destroying me or anything, but I didn't see it. Take that. Check. He invested a lot of energy in setting up that rook a2 threat. Queen. Now I'll just make short moves. I don't even need to take that rook. The red light is on, but I don't care. Boom. Thank you, Fearless One. That was very strange. I was so proud of myself for e5, and I timed it completely wrong, and it destroyed my position. It's sometimes the right idea, the wrong execution can mess you up, but thanks, Fearless One. All right. Not sure if the coffee is doing its job. Burnsy. Okay. So I see Burnsy has a young child in his picture, which I can identify with. My boy will be turning 7 in a month. Yeah, this bishop e3. Okay. Usually they play the other bishop out. This is a little improvised. All right, so I've got a big center. Seems like everybody lets me have a big center. What's up with that? I have to make sure that I don't drop something. Everybody get castled. Mm-hmm. Let me hit that pawn. Yeah, I'm going to hit that. All right. Going to hit that. Bishop goes somewhere. And I'm going to hit that. Every move I hit something. I'm just hitting everywhere. Left and right. Okay, let's trade. I'm a merchant. Okay. Yeah, sometimes when I'm tired, it's better to get some pieces off the board. Getting some crazy ideas now. That and that. Could that work? Probably not. Could that work? I don't know. I don't know. Seems like a crazy thing to do. Swing my rook over like that. Who knows? It's different. Something to do. Maybe I can think about. Maybe I can think about working on this long diagonal. Although I don't know if I'll get to use it. Right. Push it. A little salt and pepper. Ooh, really? I don't know about that. Putting the king on the long diagonal. All right. Just go here. For now. I might get some sinister designs on the king side there. Thinking this how I can set up some kind of sacrifice, but I'm not sure. Not sure how to do it. Ah, okay. That gives me a little bit more room than I was expecting. Well, let's see. Let's fling that in there. That should do something, right? This should do something, right? Okay. I gotta be getting ready to do something here. Something's got to be happening. C3. Like I'm not even here. All right, check. Can't dawdle too much. Don't have all that much time. Take. Ooh. Oh, wow. Wowie. That is provocative in the extreme. And yet, I don't really see how to mate it. It's funny, I don't see how to mate it. But step one is not losing on time. I think there was only one queen move there. Oh, annoying. I think something's happening here. I have a little thread, I think. Oh, okay, well, that's doing my work for me. I was going to play queen h5, but yeah, okay, I think queen h5 was coming. That was weird, oh boy, white squares long diagonal was tricky, but maybe the bishop e4, knight f3 was just the smart thing to do, just to set up that lock so that I would get him. I wanted to move my rook on h3 somewhere and get knight h3 mate, but all right, chess freak. He's a chess freak, he's chess freaky, yeah. Now, it's interesting, not too many people have played d4 against me today, which would be a little bit more challenging to my c5 strategy, but they had their chance. Now, it looks like this is going to be another panel attack. Oh, h6. Okay, let me grab the center. What was h6? I wasn't going to put anything on g5, I promise. But not so easy to win this kind of positions. Just an advantage. So, a6, okay. I'll just play the knee-jerk a4. And let's go a5. Let's mess up that structure. I have no idea what that is. Knight g4. What is that? Okay, I don't know. Well, I'll make it go back. Maybe you wanted to prevent bishop e3? Okay. Just to spite him, I'll put it there anyway. I still do not know where he's going. Okay. All right. Let's go here. I mean, can't play f5. Not defended. Maybe you should castle. Really, castling's a good move. Seriously, castling is a good move. I mean it. All right, I think some kind of breakthrough is happening. while those pieces are all kind of stuck over there. Okay, Hakasito. That means little check. Should I go? Yeah. Thinking, should I go A3 or B4? I don't want to think about it. A3 is protected. Maybe that's better. I think D6 is dropping. This is another example of getting a position of the opening space advantage for white. It's not necessarily that easy to do something with it, but Chess Freak played a little too fancy. Really, just castle in a position like that, get pieces out, and then just get ready for when I do something. So D6 is dropping, and that's going to tickle a little bit. Because once I take D6, I'm not going to stop there. Nope. I will not stop. Better late than never. Okay. I could take it with the queen also. This seems good enough, as I might harass that queen. Bishop C5 might be coming. Queen F6. This, actually, the queen is close to trapped after knight E4. But all right, let me just take this pawn, see what fun he wants to have here. Yeah, I thought it was that, but, well, there isn't any mate. There isn't even any, it isn't even close to a mate. Okay. Okay, knight wants to come to G5. Maybe I'll just take that knight then. Yeah. Mm-hmm. G5. Okay. Okay. What's the best way to break this attack? Usually a counterattack is a good idea. So that's what I'm going to do. Check. Okay. Feel like this should just be a mate there, but I don't presently see it where the mate is. And that's kind of annoying. That's kind of annoying. That's actually really annoying. Okay. Have to get a little bit clever here. Yeah, but I do have king takes pawn, fortunately. Yeah. And go for my counterattack. Oh, this is a mate threat, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Hi, Chess Freak. That was a good comeback, actually, H2. That was You're welcome, Chess Freak. I just sort of was figuring out this must be good, and then H2 gave me pause as almost ran into a check in the back rank, but Rook G3 was good enough. Okay, Atuk is in the house. Queen C7. Interesting. Doesn't anybody want a castle anymore? Why not just get castled and then figure out where your pieces go? I mean, it's not like it's a position where black is going to not castle or castle on the other side. So that's what I think. Just the same, it's it's not always that easy to refute. All right. I don't want to play H3 so much because I kind of figure that that weakens the G3 square. Maybe he'll go knight H5 somewhere. And maybe he really is thinking about castle and queen side. So just in case, I'll point this bishop. I'll point that bishop over there. All right, that's more like it. Now what? Yeah, that's probably not all that bad for him. Let me just double my rooks on the F file. Just to scare, just for grins. To get them all worried about F5. So I'm going to do something on the king side, but right now I'm keeping some options open. Well, I always like to see something move on the king side because now I know that it's not a perfect defense over there. I can try something against it. But I guess the idea is he wants to answer F5 with G5, try to keep things closed. Reasonable idea, certainly. But I have some ideas that I might take that knight to kind of destroy the coordination of his defense. But, if the timing is right. Okay, but now F5 becomes a little different story because G5, sometimes there's F6 stuff. Does he want to play F5? Let me just go ahead and take that off. Kind of surprised he's thinking here. Okay, trying to figure that out, but all right, well, just go ahead and take it. So am I going to play F6? Oh, he's not going to let me play F6. Yeah. So that's kind of what I was, I was just doubling on the F file, just waiting for a moment to play F5 when it was really effective. And now I like how this has turned out. I like it a lot. Still, there's work to be done. Maybe the idea is to hit his H pawn. I could take, and his pawn is to take, but that opens up D3. So actually, I don't really want that. All right, let me go here then. Yeah, maybe that wasn't genius. All right. Let's just tuck the king. Maybe bishop d4 could be good next. Takes, everything's defended. Okay, so let's back it up. Still, rook g1 could be coming. Yeah, okay, he's defending it well. Eventually, something's got to give, I think. Rook, queen h5, so he's defending against h4, which I wasn't necessarily going to do, but I think I'm going to try to bring this knight around. One more piece should really... And I'm kind of waiting for queen h3, which is going to run into rook g5. Yep. That's what I was waiting for. Sometimes the threat is stronger than the execution. All right. Extra piece. It should not be too difficult. Well, he's defending this very gamely. I will grant that. Okay, let's just trade stuff. I've got an extra piece after all. More pawns. Okay, well, he's determined. Yeah, there we go. Atuk put up good resistance there. Had that nice little rook g5. Actually, I like that game from my point of view. Usually in these games, you're playing one after another. It's hard to really, produce a game of quality. But actually, had some ideas that I was able to follow through on. So we got Mage 16 with the maple leaf. And we got ourselves a Sicilian. One of these. He's trying to bind me. Executing the pre-move function. Going for the hedge dog. Maybe I'll try one of those newfangled hedgehogs. They've actually, you wouldn't think that this is an opening where there's a march of theory, but they're actually like some new ideas on how to set this up for black. Knight d4. Well, I don't know. That just lets me play b5. I don't know if it can be bad to play b5. I think I'm going to just have to do it. Or d5 is also possible. Takes knight f5. Maybe they'll go for d5. No, he can take with a knight. He can take with a knight. No, I'll just play b5. But the setup I was alluding to was one where to put the rook, f-rook on c8, and the queen come to d8 and e8 and hang out with the queen over there, actually get the queen out of the way of the queen side, where it's often a target when things get opened up. That's a relatively recent idea in the opening. I could have also played d5 there. I just really have no idea what the consequences would be. Both sides not set up for it. Usually you have all the pieces in the center. Neither player really developed. Whoa. That seems like liberties. I guess that's how they play in Canada. They take liberties. In the United States, we don't take our liberties for granted. I'm just talking. But it doesn't seem like there could be much compensation for a piece, as this is he sacked a piece, but he doesn't have any attack, only just the pawns, just a couple of pawns. So really shouldn't work. Bishop g5. Okay. Always good to put the rook opposite the queen. That usually cools down just about everything. Maybe I'll just go and take that knight with the bishop. Bishop e4. No, he just takes my knight. d5. What about d5 now? With an extra piece. Yep, that's it. d5 under better circumstances with extra piece and breaking open the center. That's got to be good. Yep. Yeah, I don't think that white should be able to do too much against this extra piece now. Queen e3. Okay, let me just take that. Sets up knight d5 if he doesn't recapture. Well, I still have knight d5, which I think that works. I think that works pretty well. Not that I need it, but it works. He can get the piece back, but can't hold it. Queen e7, rook e8, take on e2. Oh, I hadn't considered that. I don't think it's a critical oversight on my part, though. Thank you, Maj16. All right. Yeah, knight takes b5. I don't know. Maybe there's a little bit of a panic there. All right. a4, h5. Hi yourself. I think we've played before. Conventional wisdom is that knight f3 is a little stronger than g3. One of the reasons is that g6 right away, white hasn't committed to fianchetto. I think that people tend to consider this line slightly dubious for black, although, it certainly can be played, but it's thought to be a little harder life than most openings. But things can be done. I think that's going to have to back up. Back that up. Back up that bishop. Thank you. So it's a little harder to get those fianchetto kind of Englishes when white plays knight f3 rather than g3. Okay. Well, these pawns look a little vulnerable to me. Okay, you could play d5 to try to be active, but still feels like there's pressure there. Yeah, like fc8. Gonna try doubling on the d file. Don't usually see that, but here it seems like it's gonna add some useful pressure. Yeah, this is why g6 is not such a great move in that position. Against g3, yeah, g6 is a good thing to do. a5, solid. All right, let me just kind of pose a little question here. Attack that pawn on d7. But yeah, maybe he can hold on to everything. Well, I thought I'd been preventing that move all along. Can I just take this pawn on c6? Yes, I believe I can. And it gets me some more squares too. Yummy. Yeah, maybe I'm wasting my time playing e4. I do like it though. Queen e8. Yeah, I don't think I should trade queens, but I think I will. It feels like it's going to be kind of easy. Relatively easy. Not too hard. Okay, I think I get where he's going with that. All right, let's just make this a very simple position. Yeah, I think he wanted knight e7, takes, and then f6 and try to trap my bishop. Actually, I had c5, so I could have done that, but doesn't matter. Should I play with a bishop against a knight? No. All right, just take. Oh, did he offer me a draw? Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that. I mean, don't play with sound, but I have to say I was not expecting a draw offer. I can also say about that, if you want to draw, you got to earn it. You got to earn it. Yeah. No gifts. Yeah. But we'll say this, this is not so easy. A little bit of, ooh, okay. Going for counterplay. All right, let me just freeze that. Uh-huh. I believe he just offered me another draw. I don't think that's polite, actually. If your opponent doesn't want to draw, you shouldn't be offering it. That's just how I roll. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. All right, let's just get this rolling forward. I think I should be able to win this pawn ending here. Okay, A4, H5. Good game. But, yeah, won a queen pawn, and that was good enough. T-Y, sir. I don't get that. Okay. Oh, thank you. T-Y is thank you. Okay, got it. All right. Who's next? Yeah, if that second game hadn't got away, I could have. Okay, this is challenging. Okay, I think this is going to be the last one. Cliff 37321. All right. E3. That's a little bit of a surprise. Usually people want to put that pawn on E4. All right, let's Benko it up. Let's get a little Benko gambit going. Oh, he doesn't want my pawn. All right. I might just insist. Okay. Take that bishop. I might just snag that d pawn. I just might. That's why you want to put the pawn on e4. Huh? Okay, well, this is going to play like nothing happened. That's cool. All right. Rook b1. All right. Can I win another one? You're never gonna. Oh, now the rook is gonna have to go back to a1. Oh. This is gonna end with a whimper. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay. No. That's kind of an angry move. All right. I don't think this is in the spirit of banter. Oh, okay. All right. All right. All's fair in love and banter. Mm-hmm. So, well, almost a clean sweep. What are you going to do? Hmm. Oh, not going to let me have the queen. Not so easily. Very mysterious game. Okay. Check. Check. Sometimes I don't know what to say. All right. So another fun day of somehow that game, are these games supposed to be rated? I didn't think they were. No, that game was, I think you're supposed to make an unrated challenge, but I guess, sometimes the challenges don't get made in exactly the right way. But anyway, I don't know exactly how many games I guess it's always 15 games, so 14 and 1. Okay, that's fair enough. If I lose a game, that gives a little hope to everybody. The last couple of times I haven't gotten all of them, so you never know. It's always a good idea to come out and challenge me, especially those early games. It seems that when I have dropped games, usually been the first or second one before I get warmed up. So my C4, C5 was going all right. And next month I'll have to think of a new theme to just to kind of keep things a little bit interesting. But again, thanks everybody for coming out today and challenging me and taking me on. And sorry if you didn't get a chance to play this time. Maybe you will next month. But I appreciate everybody participating. It's a fun thing. It's fun for me too. It's certainly a break from the other stuff I do in chess, which is a little more serious. So it's all good. Anyway, so thank you for coming out. Grandmaster Joel Benjamin. This has been ICC Banter Blitz, and see you next month.